All right. Welcome back, everybody.
Oh,
We're diving deep today into Iam Tongi and why,
oh yeah,
you should see him live.
definitely.
We've got this draft podcast script here all about Iam Tongi's upcoming tour. And
Yeah, sounds exciting.
man, I gotta tell you,
Oh yeah.
I was looking at ticket prices after reading through this.
Wow, really?
Yeah, it's really something else.
So it's not just about the tour dates, though.
Oh, definitely not.
It's about understanding, like, what makes his music so special.
Absolutely.
Why does it resonate so powerfully with people?
Yeah, for sure. And I was thinking about that the other day.
Mm.
I was listening to Don't Let Go.
Oh yeah.
And there's this one line, it
Yeah.
just hit me, and it was like, hold on to the memories, they'll keep you warm.
Mm.
It's such a simple line.
Yep. Yeah, it's powerful.
It's so powerful. It's
Yeah.
all about that like longing and nostalgia.
You got it.
And you get so much of that
Yeah.
in his music.
Definitely. And that's the kind of thing that just explodes in a live setting,
Oh, yeah.
The source material mentions his Eau Claire, Wisconsin performance.
Oh, wow.
People were in tears.
Wow.
From what it sounds like, he's got an incredible ability to channel emotion
Yeah.
through his music.
Oh, man.
Really connects with audiences.
That's powerful stuff.
Yeah.
So for someone who maybe hasn't heard him before,
Okay.
how would you describe his sound?
I would say it's like a mix of folk,
Okay.
pop, and acoustic,
Okay.
all infused with the spirit of Polynesian heritage.
Right.
It's actually really interesting because the script mentions that he pulls from contemporary artists as well as traditional Hawaiian music.
Wow.
So it's this really unique blend.
Yeah.
It's fresh and familiar at the same time.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
And his voice is just,
Oh, yeah.
it's hard to describe, but it just pulls you in.
It's powerful.
It really is.
But there's also this vulnerability there, too.
Yeah.
And I think they nailed it when they said,
Yeah.
powerful and vulnerable.
Yeah.
You can hear it in Dear Dad.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Those high notes. It's like you could feel the emotion behind every word.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking of emotion,
Okay.
seeing Iam Tongi live,
Yeah.
it's more than just a concert.
Absolutely. It's an experience.
Yeah. And it's interesting because they contrast at these smaller venues he's playing,
Right.
like the Blue Note Hawaii,
Okay.
against those massive concert halls.
Right.
You get the sense that these intimate spaces,
Yeah.
they allow for like a deeper connection between the artist and the audience.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure. And I was thinking about that, too. It's like you're being invited into his world.
Oh, wow.
Like it's a private performance.
Yeah.
And those Hawaii shows,
Oh,
it's not just a smaller venue, but it's a homecoming for him.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
They really hammer home that those Hawaii shows aren't just concerts.
Oh, yeah.
They're celebrations of his roots, of his culture.
That's awesome. Just imagine the energy when he gets on stage in Honolulu,
I know.
surrounded by all the music and traditions that shaped him.
Oh, man. I'm getting chills just thinking about it.
I know.
And it gets even more interesting.
Okay.
The script mentions the possibility of him performing unreleased material,
Oh, wow. That's a really smart move.
right?
Because it creates that sense of exclusivity.
Absolutely.
Like, why would you go to any other show?
Exactly.
You want to be a part of something special.
Yeah.
You want to see the evolution of his music firsthand.
Totally. And it really adds to the excitement.
Definitely.
So we've talked about the vibe,
Yeah.
the emotional depth,
Yeah.
the cultural significance.
Right.
What about the actual details?
Right.
Where and when can people see him?
So he's got a few key locations.
Okay.
The first one is the Blue Note Hawaii in Honolulu,
All right.
end of December.
Oh, wow.
Imagine ringing in the new year with Iam Tongi in Hawaii.
Oh, man. That's a New Year's Eve party I could get behind.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And then in February, he's going to Oregon
Okay.
to play the Seven Feathers Hotel and Casino Resort.
Okay.
Now, this one's interesting.
Oh, yeah.
It's a casino resort,
Okay.
but it's known for having this really intimate concert venue.
Oh, wow.
So it still aligns with the theme of the tour.
Yeah. So even though it's like a bigger complex,
Right.
the performance space
Yeah.
will still have that close-knit feel.
Exactly. And they specifically mention
Yeah.
these venues being limited capacity,
Okay.
to further emphasize that intimacy.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good show.
So Blue Note Hawaii in Honolulu, end of December.
You got it.
Seven Feathers Hotel and Casino Resort, Oregon in February.
Yeah.
Two very different locations,
Yeah.
but both offering that chance to experience Iam Tongi's music in a really personal way.
It just goes to show that the power of his music can transcend boundaries and connect with people
Yeah.
on a deeper level,
Oh, for sure.
no matter the setting.
And speaking of connecting with people,
Yeah.
I'm curious, like, what makes his live performances so impactful?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
It gets to like the heart of live music, you know?
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
With recordings, you've got studio magic,
Right.
perfect takes and all that.
Yeah.
But when it's live,
Yeah.
there's this rawness, this vulnerability you just can't replicate.
Oh, totally.
And with Tongi,
Yeah.
that vulnerability is just amplified by his interactive style.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So how does that play out on stage?
Well, he shares stories,
Okay.
tells jokes,
Yeah.
really engages with the audience.
I love that.
It's like he's inviting everyone into his living room for a jam session.
It really is.
You know?
Yeah, and I was thinking about that.
Oh.
I saw John Mayer in concert once,
Oh, yeah.
and he told this hilarious story about how he wrote one of his songs,
Oh, wow.
and it just completely broke down the barrier between the performer and the audience.
Right.
And suddenly it's like we were all just hanging out,
Yeah.
sharing stories and music.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and that's the magic of a live performance.
Absolutely.
Especially in a setting like that.
Yeah.
It's a shared experience, a
Uh-huh.
conversation
Right.
between the artist and the audience.
Yeah.
And with Tongi's music, you know, it's all rooted in storytelling and personal experience.
Absolutely.
So that connection is just amplified.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that's really cool.
Yeah, it is.
And, you know, the script also mentions this cultural element to his performances. It's not just about the music itself,
Right.
but it's about bringing a piece of Hawaiian culture to the stage.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's really cool. The source material actually quotes
Oh, wow.
a fan from one of his shows in Sacramento, California.
Okay.
And they said it felt like
Yeah.
they were transported to Hawaii,
Wow.
even though they'd never been there.
That's amazing.
You know, through his music and storytelling, he brought the islands to life.
Oh, man, that's powerful.
Yeah,
That speaks to the power of music to transcend physical boundaries.
it really does.
Yeah, and create these immersive experiences.
Sure.
Yeah, it's like a cultural exchange,
Absolutely.
a way for people to connect with a heritage
Totally.
that might be different from their own.
You got it.
And for Tongi,
Yeah.
who's so proud of his Polynesian roots, it's a way to share his culture with the world.
It's more than just entertainment.
Yeah.
It's about fostering understanding and appreciation.
I love that.
Yeah.
So let's say our listener is sold.
Okay.
What are some practical tips?
All right. So first and foremost, plan ahead.
Okay.
Tickets for these smaller venues, they're going to sell out quickly.
Right.
Keep an eye on his official website.
Okay.
Sign up for any mailing lists to stay in the loop.
Okay.
And, you know, those smaller venues,
Yeah.
don't underestimate arriving early,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
especially if you want a good spot. These aren't those huge arenas with the giant screens.
Yeah.
Every seat feels like the front row.
Right.
And there's also just something to be said for soaking up the pre-show atmosphere. Yeah, the anticipation.
Buzz in the air.
It all adds to the experience.
Definitely.
Okay, this next tip might sound funny,
Okay.
but trust me on this one.
All right.
Bring tissues.
The emotional impact.
Yeah.
Iam Tongi's performances are known to move people,
Yeah.
sometimes to tears.
Wow.
It's that raw honesty,
Right.
the way his music taps into something universal about the human experience.
Yeah, and it makes me think of that saying,
What's that?
music is the language of the soul.
Oh, yeah.
And there's something about a live performance
Yeah.
that allows us to connect with our emotions
Right.
in a way that we might not always feel comfortable doing in everyday life.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And while it's super tempting to want to capture every moment on your phone,
Yeah, for sure.
try to find a balance.
Between documenting the experience
Right.
and just being present.
Right.
Put the phone down.
Okay.
Close your eyes.
Yeah.
Let the music wash over you.
Yeah. They say the best souvenirs are the memories we carry with us.
That's true.
And speaking of memories,
Okay.
it's clear that seeing Iam Tongi live,
Yeah.
it's about more than just entertainment.
It's about raw talent,
Yeah.
cultural richness,
Yeah.
genuine human
I
connection.
love that.
It is.
Yeah.
You know,
So true.
it's something special.
It is.
Oh.
It really is. And it makes you think
Yeah.
about that energy exchange that happens in those intimate venues.
Definitely.
It's a two-way street
Oh, yeah.
where the artist feeds off the audience,
Right.
and the audience is deeply affected by the artist's presence.
For sure.
Yeah, and given Tongi's connection to his heritage,
Yeah.
I wonder if performing in Hawaii
Oh, yeah.
surrounded by the culture that so clearly inspires him,
Right.
might lead to some unique improvisations or song choices. Maybe even a guest appearance by a local musician.
Ooh, that'll be cool.
Right.
Yeah.
That would be amazing to see him weave in those traditional elements
Absolutely.
in his Honolulu shows.
It'd be incredible, like we said earlier.
Yeah.
It becomes a cultural exchange.
Right.
A way to experience the heart of Hawaii through music.
I love that.
Yeah.
And that's what's so exciting about this tour.
Totally.
It's not just about hearing great music.
Right.
It's about immersing yourself in a cultural experience.
Absolutely.
Feeling the emotion.
Yeah.
And connecting with something larger than yourself.
Yeah, you got it.
It's about the stories, the heritage, the raw talent that he brings to the stage.
You got it.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great show.
It really is.
If you're looking for a show that will stay with you long after that last note is played, this is it.
This is the one.
This is the one.
So don't just take our word for it.
Yeah, check out his music.
Yeah.
Explore the stories behind the songs.
So
see if it resonates with you.
Exactly. This deep dive is just a starting point.
You got it.
Hopefully it sparks your curiosity
Right.
and inspires you to discover the magic of his music for yourself.
That's what we're hoping for.
And who knows, maybe we'll see you at one of his shows.
That'd be awesome.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep listening,
Absolutely.
and keep seeking out those experiences that make life a little bit richer.
Because sometimes the most profound journeys begin with a single note.
Oh, I love that.
You know?
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's true.
It's true.
He's known for sharing stories.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Making jokes.
Okay.
Really engaging with the audience. It's almost like he's inviting everyone into his living room.
I love that.
For a jam session.
It reminds me of this time I saw John Mayer in concert.
Oh, yeah.
And he told this hilarious story about how he wrote one of his songs.
Wow.
It just completely broke down that barrier, between performer and audience.
Right.
And it felt like we were all just hanging out.
Oh, wow.
Sharing stories and music.
That's the magic of a live performance.
Yeah.
Especially in a setting like that.
For sure.
It becomes a shared experience.
Yeah.
A conversation between the artist and the audience.
I love that.
Yeah.
And with Tongi's music,
right.
Rooted in storytelling and personal experience.
Absolutely.
That connection is just amplified.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's really cool. It is. And the script also mentions this cultural element to his performances.
Yeah.
It's not just about the music, but bringing a piece of Hawaiian culture to the stage.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The source material quotes a fan.
Oh, wow.
Who went to one of Tongi's shows in Sacramento.
Yeah.
And they said it felt like they were transported to Hawaii.
Oh, wow.
Even though they'd never been there.
That's incredible.
Through his music and storytelling, he brought the islands to life.
That speaks to the power of music to transcend physical boundaries.
It really does.
Yeah, and create these immersive experiences.
For sure.
Yeah, it's like a cultural exchange.
Totally.
A way for people to connect with a heritage.
Absolutely.
That might be different from their own.
You got it.
And for Tongi,
yeah,
who's so proud of his Polynesian roots?
Yeah.
It's a way for him to share his culture with the world.
It's more than just entertainment.
Totally.
It's about fostering understanding and appreciation.
I love that.
Yeah.
So let's say our listener is sold.
Okay.
They want to go.
Yeah.
What are some practical tips they should keep in mind?
So first and foremost, plan ahead.
Yeah.
Tickets for these smaller venues, they're going to sell out quickly.
Okay.
Keep an eye on his official website.
All right.
Sign up for mailing lists.
Yeah.
Stay in the loop.
Okay.
With those smaller venues, don't underestimate arriving early.
Right.
Especially if you want a good spot.
Absolutely.
These aren't those huge arenas.
Yeah.
With giant screens.
Right.
Every seat feels like the front row.
Yeah.
And there's also just something to be said for soaking up the pre-show atmosphere.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
The anticipation.
Yeah.
The buzz in the air.
It all adds to the experience.
It really does.
Yeah.
Okay. This might sound funny.
Okay.
But bring tissues.
Ah, the emotional impact.
Yeah.
Yeah, these shows are known to move people.
Yeah.
Sometimes to tears.
Wow.
It's the raw honesty.
Yeah.
The way his music taps into something universal.
Absolutely.
About the human experience.
It makes me think of that saying.
Yeah, what's that?
Music is the language of the soul.
Oh, yeah.
And there's something about a live performance that allows us to connect with our emotions in a way that we might not always feel comfortable doing in everyday life.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, and while it's tempting to want to capture every moment on your phone, try to find a balance,
Yeah.
between documenting the experience
Yeah.
and just being present.
I get that. Yeah.
Put the phone down,
All right.
close your eyes, let the music wash over you.
Right. They say the best souvenirs are the memories we carry with us.
That's true.
Speaking of memories,
Okay.
as we wrap up this deep dive,
Yeah.
it's clear that seeing Iam Tongi live, it's about more than just entertainment.
It's about raw talent,
Yeah.
cultural richness,
Right.
genuine human connection.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's about being moved, inspired,
Absolutely.
maybe even transformed by the power of music.
You're at it.
It really makes you think about the connection between Iam Tongi and his audience in these intimate venues.
Yeah.
Like, how do you think that will influence the music he performed?
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah.
I mean, could the energy of those smaller spaces, that sense of shared experience, actually change the music itself?
Right.
Maybe it'll be different than a larger concert.
Yeah.
More spontaneous.
Okay.
More interactive.
Yeah. I love that question.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder if that intimacy will spark a different kind of creative energy.
Right.
Maybe even inspire him to improvise or share stories
Totally.
that he wouldn't in a bigger setting.
The beauty of live music is that it's unpredictable.
Yeah.
There's a magic in that shared space between artist and audience.
Right.
And who knows what might emerge from those unique moments of connection.
Exactly. So, to wrap things up.
Okay.
If you're looking for an experience that's more than just a concert, if you want to be moved by raw talent, cultural richness, and genuine human connection, then Iam Tongi's tour is calling your name.
And remember, this is just the beginning of his journey as his star continues to rise.
Yeah.
These opportunities to see him in these intimate settings, they might become a rare and treasured memory.
Absolutely. Thanks for diving deep with us today.
Of course.
We hope this inspires you to seek out Iam Tongi's music.
Yeah.
Maybe even grab a ticket to one of his shows.
Definitely.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep listening.
Yeah.
Keep seeking out those experiences.
Absolutely.
That make life a little bit richer.
Because sometimes the most profound journeys begin with a single note.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that's perfect.
It's true. It really makes you think, about how that connection might influence the music.
That's right.
Like, will it be different in Hawaii than it is in Oregon?
Interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Especially with his connection to his heritage,
It really makes you wonder, being surrounded by that culture in Honolulu.
Yeah.
Do you think he'll change things up?
I think so.
Yeah. Maybe some special improvisations?
Oh, totally.
Maybe some different song choices?
Yeah. What if he brings out a guest?
Oh, man. A local musician.
Yeah, like a surprise guest.
Oh, that would be incredible to see him weave in those traditional elements in his Honolulu shows.
I know.
That would be so cool.
It would be amazing. It would be like we said,
a
cultural exchange.
Totally.
A way to experience the heart of Hawaii.
I love that.
Through music.
It's not just about hearing the music.
It's not.
It's about immersing yourself in the cultural experience.
A whole thing.
Feeling the emotion.
Yeah.
Connecting with something larger than yourself.
You got it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's about the stories, the heritage.
Yeah.
The raw talent that Iam Tongi brings to the stage.
And if you're looking for a show?
Yeah.
That will stay with you long after the last note is played.
This is it.
This is it.
Don't just take our word for it, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Go check out his music.
Right.
Explore those stories behind the songs.
Yeah.
See if it resonates with you.
Exactly. Yeah. This deep dive, it's just the starting point.
Absolutely.
Hopefully it sparks your curiosity, inspires you to discover Iam Tongi's music for yourself.
Yeah. That's what we're hoping for.
Yeah. And who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see you at one of his shows.
That would be awesome.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep listening, and keep seeking out those experiences that make life a little bit richer.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
This has been awesome.
It's been fun.